everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Everett. April is at home decorating the Christmas tree right now, the main Christmas tree, and we're the village's natives. We got some other villagers here, natives. I guess we're all natives. So, um, but we are at a different location for a special video, and we're excited about this. And Paul and I, which I'll introduce here in a second, he's over on your my left, your right. So, um, but he had the great idea, and what we're going to talk about today is the Villages is a golf cart community, and you can go basically north to south, just about anywhere with a golf cart. And one thing that villagers do and love to do is customize their golf carts. And we're going to talk about that today. Something that just about every cart you will see. In fact, I love to kind of walk around the square and look at the different um, customizations on the golf carts. So it's inspiring. So I get ideas there. But we're going to talk about that today. And we've got Paul with us, and I'll tell you, and we also have Steve and Debbie, and Paul's going to introduce them formally in a second. But Paul is a faithful viewer, and he and Donna have become really great friends for us, and we really appreciate them. He's a great golfing partner, much better than me, though I'm on the hunt. I'm going to get there. I'm
Not a
going to
great golfer, just a good partner.
well, good partner. Uh, when we play golf, we practice at the golf. Um, but really enjoy that. And uh, we're here really today because of Paul's idea, and we're thankful for him and bringing the idea to me. Uh, so, Paul, I'm just going to turn it to you. Introduce yourself. Anything else you would like to mention, and then go forward.
All right. Uh, Hi, I'm Paul, and my wife and I, Donna and I, moved here. Although we're supposed to be natives, no, we're transplants. We just moved here from Massachusetts just 6 months ago. And like many folks who are considering moving to the villages, we got addicted to watching videos. And eventually I found Everett and April's, and we were really drawn to what they did. And because of that, we've become friends.
Yes.
And it was because of watching some of Everett and April's videos that I found Steve. And I really was impressed with what they were doing, what Steve and Debbie have done. And I just thought it'd be a great idea for other folks to benefit, like my wife and I did, from his talents, from their talents. And here we are. We're going to talk about it.
So we're just here to introduce our business called Fine Designs. We've been in the villages now for about 3 years, but this business was started about 29 years ago by my uncle and my aunt Dee, and they were here back in the very beginning when there was only Spanish Springs,
Yeah.
and so they continued on for about the last 25 years, and then we came here and took it over and continuing the family business here. And that's pretty much the history of the business. So
Okay.
you can find us at every market night and all the festivals, and we look forward to having you stop by the booth and saying hi.
Okay. And online, your um, contact email is what?
Finedesigns1@yahoo.com.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that sounds excellent. And we're looking forward to now. What we're going to do now is we're going to show you our designs, and Paul and I are kind of going to describe what we asked for, and then we'll let Steve and Debbie chime in on how they brought it to fruition for us. So, yeah. So here we go. When you're ready.
Thanks. I wanted to talk a little bit earlier. I said, I'm a transplant. Well, I came from Cape Cod. And my wife and I love anything to do with aquamarine blues and greens. So hence that's the choice of the color of our golf cart. But when I heard about Steve and Debbie's place, what blew me away is I reached out to you and literally found this little design online. I was just doing a Google search and I sent it to Steve. I think it was a text. I
Yep.
sent him a text and I'm not exaggerating. 15 minutes later, he's got 5 different versions of this a half a dozen different options as to how we could spell our names, not spell our names, but use fonts to decorate it up. And within 10 minutes after that, he said, not a problem, we're all done. I think it was a day or two later, both Steve and Debbie showed up at my garage, and I think Debbie came along because she hadn't seen him do a mermaid yet. So our whole thing here is mermaids. Obviously, we love mermaids. So Debbie came along to watch this, and the whole process was like 15 minutes. So literally, from the time I found out who they were till this was done was a couple of days, and it just blew me away. And I was saying before we started this video, everywhere my wife and I have ever gone, sometimes the color catches people's eyes, but then this catches our eye, and then we get to talk about Cape Cod. So it's been a win-win-win all the way around for us. So thank you guys. It's been awesome.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Our goal is to make everything as quick and easy as possible.
And you do.
Thank you. Yeah, so basically what we do is like he did. He went online and found the decal that he wanted because we are 100% custom. I can basically make a decal out of any picture you send me. People like to ask me, well, do you have a website? And I just tell them, well, I use the World Wide Web or your camera because any picture you get, you can just send it to me and I can turn it into a nice decal. I even make custom license plates so I can put it on either one. And then the names, and we also do the pinstriping, and it's 100% customization. So we're open to anything that you could possibly send us.
In fact, let me add to that. That pinstriping was a suggestion Steve brought up. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I didn't even think of that in terms of a design. Steve came up with the idea and said, "Let's do it." And I said, "I trust you, man. Let's go." And it really added to it.
So then after we do discuss it and I go ahead and make the decals, then I come to the house and I install all of my work for you with the names, the decals. And while we're there, if we can put some pinstriping on your cart for you, we do that as well. And that way, it's very simple for you guys. You don't have to come and chase me down or wait weeks at a time to get things done. We're usually very quick. I try to keep it down to a minimum of just a few days. And I also tell my customers that any decal that I do make for you, I actually stand behind it for as long as you own it. So it's a little lifetime warranty for you. So if anything goes wrong with it, give me a call and I'll redo it for you.
Okay. Hey, great rundown on the description of the business and what you offer. And Paul's cart, I really like that. I'm real envious of it. I love mine, but that looks really great. Um, so now we're going to talk about our experience. And we actually, I got your card originally. We were here in May of 23, and we went to one of the market nights, and we, gathering stuff at the market nights, and I saw you, and I had your card. So when it came time, once we got the golf cart, and it came time for us, and I was kind of deliberating, what are we going to do to the golf cart? I had a lot of ideas, and we kind of honed it down. Um, and I said, okay, I'm gonna, email Steve, um, and did began that relationship very similar to what Paul's talking about, and really what we wanted was we didn't go with pinstripes. I kind of had the two-tone paint, so I thought the pinstripes would make it a little busy. I don't know. Looking at his pinstripes, I'm a little envious too. So, is that the theme here? Envy, Paul? Anyway, um, but uh, but we're real happy. And what I wanted, a career soldier, um, the flag's really important for us. And I went through a lot of things. What's a centerpiece? Because you'll see a lot of things here on the centerpiece. The front, like Paul mentioned, the importance of mermaids for them and the relation of Cape Cod for them. For me, just I wanted to represent service to the country and our nation. Uh, so I wanted to flag. I wanted it kind of furling. So I emailed these guys and said, "Hey, this is kind of what I want. Here's some things." And he said, "Well, I've got some of these," and he showed me some, and I had some. I don't know if this is one that you had or if this is one I sent you.
No, that's actually the one that you sent me.
Is it?
It
Okay.
was very shiny and looks, I mean, just perfectly satin.
Yeah, good. And yeah, I was happy with it, but you had tons of great ones too, as well. So that was a kind of the focal point. And I said, okay, can you kind of round the corners? And you did that. And we wanted to put, you matched, I think, perfectly the our silver here with our names, Everett and April. And so we're real happy for the front. That's really what we wanted. And here again, set up an appointment. You came out. I was kind of coming in. April was at the house, and you were there. I pulled up to the house. You were there. I think you were just about done when I came in the garage, and got it done and out of there. Any thoughts on this or any of that process?
Well, the patriotic theme here in the villages is really big. There's lots of retired military, police, fire. I mean, even if you stop by my booth and see my boards up, you'll notice there's a lot of eagles and flags. Very, very patriotic. That's been one of my uncle's best sellers from day one.
Sure, sure.
And but it's pretty simple. You just kind of show up, and when you just have a little trouble trying to find what you want, my wife is an expert on going online
Hmm.
and helping you find things, that how to find a picture that you're wanting and how to send it to me. I'll let her explain to you a little bit
Yeah,
on
good.
how to get
Thank you.
into there and do that.
Mhm.
So if you show up and you're not quite sure what you want to do, I'm really good at helping you try and figure that out. So I'll just go on to Google or Pinterest and type in whatever you're interested in, and I'll pull up a bunch of different designs. And you just basically choose from there. And then you just send it to our email, and we get to work.
No, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, hey, I really appreciate that, and good team effort. And you'll notice a lot of uh, endeavors that villagers take are done as couples, and like April and I, and Steve and Debbie, and Paul and Donna. Maybe you all have a adventure endeavor. We'll see.
I think they're finding you work.
Well, yeah, he's pretty good here on the camera, so we might have some not competition, some complimentary uh,
That's it.
help here.
He's your manager. He'll get you work.
He's good.
All right,
He's
I'll get
good.
back on camera. I'm the new manager.
Yeah, gotta have
So
a promoter anywhere you go, right?
that's exactly right. So okay, we're gonna pause this portion and then we'll get together and reset and we'll wrap up. So stand by.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Really have enjoyed this time together. Really appreciate you guys coming out, Steve. Or excuse me, Paul. Any final thoughts, and then kick it to Steve.
I guess my final thought is that I want to say thank you to Everett and April, for communicating. I wouldn't know about any of this without Everett and April to doing these things. So supporting their channel is so important. But also another shout out to local businesses.
Yes.
It's great to say they're local, but they're also fast. They're inexpensive. They're just awesome.
Hmm.
So thank you to Everett and April and Steve and Debbie.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And Steve.
Well, I just definitely also wanted to thank Paul for introducing me to Everett and April, and thank you very much for this. I
Oh,
really appreciate it and
oh,
enjoyed it. And so, one more final thought, just some care on my decals. So, like Everett's here, his American flag, those are decals that are printed and laminated. So, I just tell everybody, as you wash your cart and polish your cart, wash and polish right over it. You won't hurt it. And these things have been known to last. I've had customers tell me anywhere between 14, 15 years now.
wow.
I've had a lady come up and say, yeah, I just got rid of my cart that your uncle put on 15 years ago and it was still in great shape.
Tremendous.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
so just go ahead and take care of it the way you would normally, just wash and polish, and you're good. And thank you again.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Steve and Debbie and Paul. and we really appreciate this. This is fun.
This
So
is
we got to do more of this stuff.
yes.
Hey, we look
Enjoy.
forward to seeing you guys. We'll put up your contact information, your email address, and the market nights. You guys are there.
Yep. That's
So
it. First and third week of the month
first and third week of the month.
at
Okay.
the different squares during the band time from 5 to 9.
Okay. That's
And
excellent.
and then all the festivals were there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, here again, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. And if you're in the villages, let us know. Maybe you've already utilized Steve and Debbie, and let us know in the comments if you're coming to the villages or it's on your horizon. Some good information, hopefully, for you when you get that golf cart, and so you can bling it out really good. Uh, and please remember to like, subscribe, and April sends her love to everybody. I don't know how far along on the tree she is, but we'll find out when I get home. But thank you really much, so much for joining us. And really, again, this is our new home, right?
Yep.
So thanks, guys. See you soon.
Bye bye.